If you've enjoyed the content we've made so far in 2024, we're asking you to pick up a Kinda Funny membership on patreon.com/kindafunny or youtube.com/kindafunnygames to say thanks as part of August's Kinda Funny membership drive. That 10 spot would get you access to more than 130 exclusive episodes of content. And to give you a taste, we're posting one of the exclusive Gregways just like this each and every Saturday and Sunday in August. On top of that, make sure you join us for weekly public happy hours where we take Patreon member calls live for everyone as previews of what a Kinda Funny membership gets you each and every month. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Gregway on the way to work with me, Greg, on the way to work. It's Tuesday, July 30th. July is over, if you didn't know. Tomorrow's the final day of July. Then it's August, which is insane because then summer's over, which means fall's upon us, which means back to school. First time back to school for Ben. Then, of course, Halloween, fuck yeah, and about a gajillion video games we all care a lot about. So, strap in, it's happening. It's me, back from the dead. I was out yesterday with food poisoning. Got sick Sunday evening into Monday morning, and then just slept all day long yesterday. So, feeling great right now, but I was in a bad way 24 hours ago. But happy to be back, happy to be here to deliver this news that no one else will. The Bear Season 3 sucked. I don't know if people, I haven't looked into what people are saying. I'm saying it though. I don't know if that's what you believe, you know what I mean? And am I being over the top with the sucked? Of course I am. It was disappointing, that's the problem. You had seasons 1 and 2 of The Bear, which were just fucking incredible. And then season 3, which was just a huge disappointment that I want to delve into here. So we are going to go full spoilers here. If you have not watched The Bear, seasons 1 and 2, what's wrong with you? Go watch Bear season 1 and 2. They're amazing. You'll end up watching season 3 because you love seasons 1 and 2 so much, and then you'll come here and you'll be like, yeah, it was disappointing, wasn't it, Greg? And I'll be like, yeah, it really was. But that's what I'm saying. Anyways, and then if you haven't finished season 3, obviously I'm about to spoil that and get some of the names wrong because I can never remember people's names from the show. But you understand what I'm saying. Anyways, let's get into it. The Bear season 3, what a fucking disappointment. 10 episodes of nothing fucking happening. Okay? Are there high points in this thing? Of course there are. But like, I don't need, like, the theme here, right, is standing still. I get you want that for your characters, right? That, okay, well, Sid doesn't know if she wants to sign because things are so chaotic, but maybe there's a brighter future here, but maybe there's not. But it's family, but it's money, but it's career, but it's... I get all of that. Carmi, standing still. Wants to, make up with his girlfriend, but can't get the words to say I'm sorry. So we're gonna have 10 episodes of that hanging over his head. Well, and I'm not even like upset about not seeing the review. That's fine. Not seeing the review is fine. I like that fine for it. But it's like, what? Like, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I'm gonna jump tracks for 1 second and tell you it reminds me a lot of Bluey right now. Where Bluey, of course, you've seen me on this show talk how great Bluey has been. Talk about how fantastic the final episodes of season 3 of Bluey were. But then after that, they put out these Bluey mini episodes, which are like the side characters. They'll be tangentially related to the main characters or whatever. And I could even be wrong. They're super short. They're like a minute long. You watch them all in one sitting. But like, it's all these little side characters doing their thing. And I thought that was a super enjoyable thing to do. Because Bluey season 3 wasn't a fucking boring ass 10 episodes of nothing. Now, should I stop and give you shout outs? Of course I should give you shout outs. Shout outs to Tina's episode of how she met Mikey and how she started at the Bear. Awesome. That's the kind of content I want from this. Give me a fucking story, in one episode of that. Obviously, Suge giving birth, Jamie Lee Curtis acting her fucking ass off in that episode. That entire episode, fantastic. So right there's 2 episodes, right? So I guess 20% of the Bear isn't disappointed. But the overall of season 3, just disappointing. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, and that's the thing of stepping back from it and trying to, like, put a theme to the seasons, right? Season 1 was Carmi's thrust into this thing. Can he keep this restaurant alive? Should he keep this restaurant alive? He's trying to, ingratiate himself back into this world he left, right? And then, of course, the ending being like, we have this money, let's make me and Mikey's dream happen. So, the first episode is almost is survival, right? That's our first season. It's survival. Season 2 is now we're making the restaurant. We're building out this restaurant. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. It's going to be behind it. It's the can they do it? The electric's not working. This, that, and the other. Of course, Carmi juggling his relationship with the doctor. Like, there's stuff that you're like, okay, cool, I get that, right? That's them launching the restaurant. Season 3, what, we're waiting on the review? Is that what the whole season was about that? No. It's about, indecision? Well, indecision's not interesting to watch for 10 episodes. Like, again, Carmi and his girlfriend, Sydney in the document, and if she wants to stay or go. I feel like if you would have picked one of those to be the overarching, this is what is happening on the spine of the show that I'm worrying about the entire time, awesome. But to have them both going and then have no resolution for them, like, well, and not to mention, like, I'm not going to be shocked when the resolution is Carmi and the girl get back together. Like, they're going to get back together. Like, Carmi, is his confrontation with Joel McHale him slaying his demon enough that now he can go talk to her? I don't like that. I don't like that of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So it's like, I felt like this is a lot of, I don't know, it didn't have the sauce this time around. What were we doing this season? What was going on? And like, back to my Bluey analogy of the side characters, the fact that the facts were such a big deal, right? And I love them. Maddie Matheson's awesome, right? But like, the haunting thing, I never thought was funny. Like, John Cena popping up, okay, that's awesome. But again, now you're getting into like how people critique Marvel. Oh, it's just cameos. That's all it is. So it's like, you got John Cena popping up, you got the guy from Meet the Millers popping up. You're like, all right, like, and I know he was in other episodes, don't get me wrong. But, and then, I like Richie as a character, obviously. I don't know the fictional person. And I liked everything that happened with him and Josh Hartnett, another fucking cameo tossed in there, right? Like, I like that angle I'm fine with. And again, what's that? Indecision. Is he going to the wedding or not? But that one felt low stakes enough that it's like, he's going to go to the wedding. Richie's a great dad. He's going to figure that out. And I like the conversation he had with his ex, Britta Gillian Jacobs, on the bench, right? So that's fine. But what I don't like about Richie, I hate about Richie's character, actually, is that all the people at the hoity-toity restaurant that closed down, and I don't remember, Olivia Colman's restaurant, that they love him so much. Like, Richie worked there, shadowed there for 5 days. And all of these people think he's the shit. And I'm like, I don't know, man. And it's the same thing of, like, even to go back to last season. Richie went there for 5 days and then came back like, I'm the fucking man and I know how to do all this shit and I know everything and I'm doing it. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that 5-day education was enough to, first off, drive home everything you need to know about being a maitre d' or whatever his position's actually called. And then he comes back in and like, wow, and like he's calling that lady and she's super like vulnerable to him. Like, man, like, I get fast friendships, but I would have loved to have seen, if we want to push that, give me a few, they close up the bear at night and he meets up with them for a drink or something, you know what I mean? Like, give me that a bit more than not giving me that, because I don't know, man. I don't know, man. So it's like, Bear Season 3, it all hinges on you loving Bear Seasons 1 and 2, right? It's one of those cheat codes of like, you've been with these characters so long that nothing can really happen in this, but you're gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna be stoked for Season 4 of The Bear, because I love the fucking show, but I'm disappointed so much by this season of just like a season of indecision, which I get is a thing we all deal with and a theme in life, but it's like, come on, did I need 10 episodes of it? Did I? No, I didn't, and that's the answer. But again, still stellar performances out there and great things happening, but I don't know, man. Jen and I were not feeling it, and when we had that conversation, I forget how many episodes in we were, but we were in, and it was much like Elaine on Seinfeld, where she had that fucking sub card, and she was like, I'm one bad sandwich away from getting a free sandwich. Like, I've come too far for this. Like, it was very much that way. And again, like, if this isn't like bad enough, but I think what was a canary in the coal mine, that something was wrong before Jen and I even talked about it, is that we watched like 2 episodes on the night one of it, Bear Season 4 dropping, maybe one the next night, and then we didn't touch it for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then we were like, oh, we could go at the Bear. I'm like, yeah. And then we got back at the Bear, like, oh, right, we weren't enjoying this. And then we had a conversation about it. I forget if those numbers are accurate, but this Bear Seasons 1 and 2 were things we binged that were like, get Ben down, let's watch as much as we can before we fall asleep kind of thing. So I don't know. It's a disappointing state of affairs for me with Bear Season 3, but I'm interested to see what you think and see what the actual critics' consensus is. Maybe I'm missing what held it all together. As you know, I am quite dumb, so sometimes smart things go over my head and I don't like it. But I was just like, ah, man, do something. Just do something. Again, Tina's episode's great, though. I love Tina. I liked Computer a lot. I forget Cicero, Unk, right? And Oliver. I know the man's name, but now he was in Ready to Rumble. He was great as always. You know what I mean? But again, like, I would have loved that thread to have started earlier. But I understand that's then the kicker for next time around of like, is the Bear going out of business because he doesn't have a financial backer now? I don't know. There's stuff that's good in it, but overall, I'm left going, nah, that sucks. But it doesn't suck, but you know what I mean. I'm upset, I guess. I wanted more from this. I expect more from Carmen, the Fax, Cousin, Sydney, Suge, Jamie Lee Curtis. Again, Jamie Lee Curtis. What a phenomenon, you know? The JLC, as they call her in the streets. Just out there crushing it and being amazing. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I think of the Bear. Like I said, Season 3. Let me know what you think of it. I'm trying to rack my brain on it. If there's anything else, I want to get all this out. I need to express it all. You know what I mean? I think I did. I think I did pretty well. Wastes a lot of food. Carmen trying to make everything perfect out there. The rotating menu every day, stupid. I digress, though. I assume the review is going to be fantastic. That'll just be, everything's amazing here. You got to go there. It's amazing. I don't think that'll be the silver bullet that solves it for next season, but maybe it helps them get a new investor, which then becomes the new conflict or whatever. And all that sounds interesting. You know what I mean? Not just fucking standing around pining for someone in the fucking freezer. Make the phone call, you idiot. Don't sign the document, Sydney. Or do, I don't give a shit, but I'm just saying, you know? Facts, keep being the facts. But stop talking about hauntings. It's just not funny. And it was poorly executed as to what a haunting was. So then when they talk to their other guy, their uncle, right, and they're like, oh, well, you know, I got haunted for 15 years. I'm like, that sounds interesting. John Cena haunted this man for literally 60 seconds and he broke. And I was like, I don't understand what's happening. This isn't interesting. It's interesting that John Cena showed up. I like that part of it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. The Bears Season 3 was disappointing. And you might not want to hear it, but you got to accept it because I said it on Gregway. I hope you've enjoyed this Gregway cross screencast. I have enjoyed giving it to you. I'm entering the highway, but there's a lot of room right now around me, so I'm going to say goodbye. And until next time, it's been my pleasure to serve you.